Good evening and welcome to a quick review on biology for the 10th class ensuing examinations in June 2021. This video is intended only for a quick review rather than an exhaustive explanation with regards to the subject. And my dear students, this is a very nice opportunity for all of us to review the subject, one topic in each video. I wish to present all these topics in a precise manner so that you can get the content once again as a bird's eye view. Now let me start with the first chapter, the nutrition. In this chapter we can expect some questions in the question paper on these topics. The first one, as you see, is the nutrition. The definition with regards to nutrition, that is procurement of essential nutrients, is called nutrition. The procurement of essential nutrients such as carbohydrates, proteins, fats, minerals, vitamins and salts, that is macronutrients and micronutrients in required quantities by an individual, is called nutrition. And under that, types of nutrition: the autotrophic nutrition, the heterotrophic nutrition and the parasitic nutrition. Autotrophism refers to the condition where the individual prepares the food on its own. For example, green plants which contain chlorophyll, these prepare the food by making use of the process called as photosynthesis. So in the presence of sunlight, all the green plants synthesize food, that is glucose, and this leads to the survival of all the individuals on this planet. Then heterotrophic nutrition. Heterotrophy is referred to as the dependence of an individual for food on other organisms such as other plants and animals. Here we can quote most of the animals, 99% of all the animals are heterotrophic. Then parasitic nutrition. Parasitic nutrition is one different type of nutrition wherein we see these organisms depending completely on the other organism for their food as well as shelter also. So, example, the platyhelminths parasites that live in the intestines of human beings. They suck the nutrients from our body and they survive in our gut. So this is a clear example for parasitism. Then the next topic is photosynthesis. Under this, definition for photosynthesis might be asked for questions in the question paper. Then the equation. Definition of photosynthesis may be written as: it is a photochemical reaction in which the green plants bearing chlorophyll synthesize the food in the form of glucose, making use of sunlight and carbon dioxide present in the atmosphere, that is, and water from the soil. That they absorb the water and the chlorophyll that is present inside the plant. So I repeat once again, the process of preparation of glucose by green parts of the plant bearing chlorophyll by making use of carbon dioxide and sunlight along with water by the plants is called photosynthesis. Now the equation: 6CO2 plus 12H2O under the sunlight and chlorophyll influence gives rise to C6H12O6 plus 6O2 plus 6H2O. This is the equation for photosynthesis. Then factors. What are the factors responsible for photosynthesis? This is a very important question for maybe 1 mark or maybe 2 marks also. Under this, you need to categorize the answer. That is, factors responsible for photosynthesis are of two kinds. They are external factors and internal factors. The external factors are the sunlight and the carbon dioxide, those factors which are present outside the plant body. Then internal factors, these are the factors that are present inside the plant body, that is the water as well as the chlorophyll. Then experiments related to photosynthesis. These experiments are three kinds. Release of oxygen during photosynthesis. This is otherwise called as hydrilla plant experiment. Then second one, carbon dioxide essentiality experiment. How can you prove that carbon dioxide is essential for photosynthesis. This is also called as Mohs half-leaf experiment. Then the third one is sunlight essentiality, and this is generally referred to as the light stream apparatus experiment. Now, under the next one is structure of chloroplast. As you know pretty well, this question might be asked for either 2 marks or maybe 4 marks also. Even at times a question based on diagram might be asked this time. So, structure of chloroplast, it is commonly oval in shape. It is bounded by 2 membranes, the outer and inner membranes, and inside the inner membrane you find the stroma, which is viscous substance, and embedded in the stroma you find the thylakoids, which are also called as grana, and each grana are connected by means of lamellae, grana lamellae. Then the stroma consists of several electron acceptors, and grana is the place where the light reaction takes place, and the stroma is the place where the dark reaction of the photosynthesis takes place. The next is the stages of photosynthesis. This might be asked for 1 mark or maybe 2 marks. Mention the stages of photosynthesis. You need to write there are 2 stages in photosynthesis, the light reaction and the dark reaction. Light reaction is also called as Hill reaction, and the dark reaction is commonly written as or referred to as what I can say, the Melvin-Kelvin cycle. Then light reactions. Under these light reactions you need to explain sequential order, like is absorbed in the form of quanta by the chlorophyll, and chlorophyll atom gets excited. As a result of this excitement, the electrons are lost into the stroma, and then the protons will make a collective movement and creating ATP, that is generation of ATP, and this ultimately leads to the succession into dark reaction, wherein 1,5-ribose diphosphate is added up with carbon dioxide, leading to the formation of hexose sugar, which is highly unstable, and this again gives rise to the sugars, that is the starch, glucose, and finally the starch. Then the transverse section of a dicot leaf. Dicot leaf, as you know pretty well, the different layers, when it is cut transversely and observed under the microscope, you find microscopic cells inside, that is the tissues inside the leaf. That is, we write the point-wise answers. This question might be asked for the diagrammatic section under 4 marks. So here we end up with this part of the nutrition chapter. Next in the next video. Thank you very much. Bye.